So, I guess this has come from. Oh, I'm losing track. Maybe late 88? No. Early 89. I think early 89 is when this one comes up. So, this deck is the second iteration of my model with Lester Kasai's House of Kasai, part of the Tracker Trucks family company. And I think that the people on the interwebs, the collector kind of people, call this one the Phase 2. So here it is, my second model for Lester Kasai Designs, a House of Kasai. I will hold it like this for my thumbnail. And so it's basically the same. I don't have the other. Did I leave that in here? Let me see if I left. I think I have the first one in here too. Hold on. Bear with me. It sounded like I was going through a bunch of stuff. I wasn't really. I was just making a bunch of racket. So here's the first one. We talked about this one a little while back. And so this one has sort of the same, I'm going to peek right between here. Same motif going on with the Captain Harlock. So when they did this one, you can see it's kind of like a little bit more like a pencil sketch, like rough around the edges. And so they wanted it a little bit more raw and, not quite so refined. But I thought, well, I wanted it a little cleaner because I was just about the animation. So I said, well, can you make it a little cleaner? And so we started with that. And then, so when I was in Japan with Steve Caballero, Lance Mountain, and Kevin Harris, there were some guys, and I wish I could remember their names, but one of the guys, super nice photographer guy, took me to a little video shop that had a bunch of the anime stuff because I told him I was interested in the art and I wanted to have some references. So we went to this video shop that had a bunch of really cool things, and in among that thing there was, I don't remember what the video was about because there was no subtitles and it was just Japanese writing on it, and but it had this sort of vine pattern on the front, and I think it's, that's part of the thing. This vine thing is kind of taken over whatever, and it's killing people or something, some kind of thing. So this vine was growing around things, but I liked the way it looked, just the kind of almost Art Nouveau sort of feel to it. So I go, well, can you put that like in front of the guy, just kind of like incorporate it into it somehow? And so I don't know who did this. Maybe it was Ron Lemon that did a lot of blockhead stuff and the A1 Meets Wheels and that kind of stuff. So maybe he and somebody else did it, but somebody also in there, if you can see right at the top here, they made like a cat and a bird within the vines of some sort. So I thought that was really cool, sort of inside joke thing. But yeah, I really like this one. I like the shape. My good friend Tony Jansson in Sweden said this was his favorite board ever. And so thank you. Talk, whatever, how you ever say it in Swedish. Thank you for the support. And then actually the Brian and Morris Wainwright in North Carolina, also tracker riders. Brian Wainwright's actually a really phenomenal roller skater, probably the best ever for vertical roller skating. Maybe, I know, I don't want to offend anybody, but just a great guy too. But he could skate too, so he rode my board, and he and his brother Morris rode my boards back there too. This one was probably, I think this one was the best selling of the four, and I wanted my signature on it. So I slaved night and day over my signature for that. The reason I wanted my signature on it, because I wanted to be like the Sims boards, like Brad Bowman and Andrecht and Mike Fulmer, the early series of those guys. They had their signatures on their boards, and I was like, I want that on there. And so I fought and got it. And then they made it bigger on the top graphic with my pyramid there. Sort of became my thing. But and this one also, I wanted it on natural wood, but they said, oh, well, that means that's an extra color we have to screen. So this is actually, I think, 7 color screen. So the poor guys, it took forever to make these boards. But I know that there's others that have more. I think Caballero has a 9 screen graphic. But yeah, I didn't understand. I just wanted a bunch of colors. So and I liked having on natural wood, but I think most of them were on white, so white painted boards, so that they have the main color was already there, and they just put the other ones. So 6 colors instead of 7, which is still a lot for those guys. So I don't know how. I mean, this did pretty well, I think. Although I tell myself that. I've been cleaning out some stuff. Let me put this down so I don't have to hold it anymore. I'll hold this up. I'll just hold this up. So I'm going through a bunch of paperwork that my mom and dad's paperwork, just kind of clearing out old stuff. And I found this. This is backwards, though. Probably for you. So this is 1988 tax forms for me. I don't know why my dad saved it. But, yeah. So I was doing really well. I made a whopping $6,700 from professional skateboarding in 1988. So, yeah, no 6 figures for me. I had the 6 in there, but yeah, and I think that was a good year for me.